just go ahead and open up.
Well, first and foremost, it was great being back home, being in front of the fans, having our band here. It was an unbelievable experience. It's finally being back home after, 4 weeks on the road and dealing with the storm and everything else. It was just great to be back.
Questions?
Coach, rushing 300 yards on the ground today, season high. Came from a bunch of different guys. What did you see of the rushing game?
Well, I saw the rushing game that we always knew we had. We just had to settle down, and I think looking at the first half, the guys were excited about being home. The pressure of a conference game, we were just pressing too hard in the first half. But after we went in at halftime and settled everybody down, and we came back out and put our running game together.
Coach, defense, we held them under 100 yards passing and under 100 yards rushing, 184 total yards. Just what was the defensive plan against these guys?
It's the same as it is every week. We want to come out, first and stop the run. And I think, our defensive staff and our players, they got together this week, and that was a point of emphasis the whole week, stopping the run and making sure that, everybody did their job. And Trent and the rest of those guys, they've taken these last 4 weeks personal. And they knew that we had to clean up some stuff and get back to playing Wildcat football.
Trent, what was the message on defense? You were in the backfield a lot today, and a lot of guys were. It seemed like every time they would hand it off, there was 4 or 5 guys right there on them. And what was the message circulating on defense today?
Just to make a new line of scrimmage. If they start off behind the chains on second and third down, we know we'll be able to get our pass rush involved in it and make them one-dimensional. And then we can get off the field easier and get those guys back on the field.
Okay, Sean, that's a couple touchdowns in a row for you, back-to-back weeks. And obviously, it didn't happen until late. I mean, it was, like 3rd and 14, and they run a reverse to you, and you get the big first down in the very next play. What were you seeing out there, and how's your confidence level now that you got a couple games under your belt?
I say my confidence, at the beginning of the season, it was kind of low, but now I'm playing and, getting the feel of the game. So, as I learn to play, I'm getting more confident with my play. It was a back-to-back. It was good blocks. I just read my blocks and just go. All them boys working, giving 110%, open the holes up, and I take them.
Trent, the game was pretty close there. They had an opportunity to close the gap, to get the ball inside the red zone. You allow one rushing yard, 1 total yard on that drive, and then force the field goal. How big was that? What did that feel like going out there knowing that the momentum of the game was in the balance at that time?
Well, we practice momentum swings and situations every day at practice, Sunday through Thursday, and even on Fridays. So we've been in that situation on this field and on the same yard line and practiced plenty of times before. So we just knew we had to go out there and make a stop.
Coach, talk about the momentum a good home victory can give you as you put together a season.
Well, our fans are great, and you can't have a game like we had today and come out on top without your fans being behind you and without our band. Those two put together, it's like having an extra guy on the field. So, it's great to have, and we hope it continues.
Jameer's got to ask you came into Bethune-Cookman, you kind of Mr. Do Everything, kind of a power back more so than a speed back, 69-yard touchdown, man. Where did that come from?
And just take advantage of the opportunity, man. We needed a big play right before I ran on the field, man. I said a prayer. I said, Lord, man, just open it up. Let's do it. And then there it was, bam. I knew I couldn't hold back. The team needed us. They needed somebody. And I had to step up and do it.
Guys give you any stick on the sideline about breaking one that long?
They always say, they don't know if I'm that fast, but I told them I'm about one of the fastest guys on the team. I know I'm heavy, but I'm one of the fastest guys on the team. So,
Coach, just talk about how important this game was, as for the MEAC race.
Well, all the games are important, and from here on out, I don't think there is one game that will mean more than any. We have to make sure that every week we're preparing, and we got to take them one at a time and make sure that we stay on course and not look ahead.
What do you guys got to do during the bye week to make sure you guys ready to prepare for the next game?
We're not going to do anything different. We'll practice 4 days this week. The guys don't know it yet, but we'll practice 4 days this week. We're not going to take a lot of time off. We're going to get some guys healthy and make sure we correct some mistakes and get ready for the next game. We'll be able to get a jump on this next team.
Akivi is playing for the first time today. He finished with over 100 yards, passing touchdown, 8 of 11. What'd you see out of him? It seemed like, as far as the rushing offense goes, he added just another element to that offense.
Well, he gave us exactly what we are. We're a two-quarterback system, and having him back and inserting him in the lineup, it just gave us the opportunity to run our full offense and not allow one guy to be in there and not have that next gear. You know, we put Key in, and he did exactly what we knew he could do.
Coach, you had less than 100 yards passing. Was that a result of field position or just the way to get? Was that the game plan to begin with?
No, we're a football team that's going to take what they give us. You know, if we have to run the ball, 40 times a game to win, that's what we'll do. We're going to take exactly what the defense gives us, and we're going to capitalize on that.
The Savannah State loss last year, I know, was the first time you guys lost them in a long time, and it came in overtime. There were a lot of different factors that went into that. You guys can speak on this. I mean, I know you were there and you were there. Was that something that you came into this game, and I talked to the guys earlier this week, chip on your shoulder type deal?
Yeah, I mean, we treat everybody the same, chip or no chip, but we always play on edge, you know. It was a little personal. It was personal, but at the same time, we treat everybody the same. We can't bypass anybody. So, you know, it's all about the preparation during the week, how we prepare, how we focus in all week, and just execute in the game.
Like JT said, we got 6 chips on our shoulder, and so that was chip 1.
Yeah, that's chip 1. You know.
Any other questions?
The 69-yard run.
Yes, sir.
Busted through there and you scored.
Yes, sir.
You feel like that kind of shifted the momentum and kind of took some of the air out of that ball club?
Oh yeah, yes, sir. I mean, nobody likes to have a 69-yarder ran against them, but you gotta do what you gotta do, man. You gotta pull through for the team because everybody was on one accord, and just the opportunity was there. The opportunity was there, and you gotta take it.
All right, thank you, guys. There'll be no Wednesday press conference this week, but Coach and student athletes will be available for one-on-one, so I'll make them available